Test, test. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everything in between, it is me, myself, and I. It is me, Wabajak, VA, and you know why. Today, we're gonna do something more different. I keep saying that for a long time, but I'm gonna do something I have to say, is one of my strongest suits. And a weak spot at the same time. Because the reading part is gonna be bitch. But at the same time, doing voices is what I do. So let's see how we do it. Because I heard this game once in a time or will become fully voiced like Disco Elysium. But at this moment it is not yet fully voiced, so far I know. So that's why I'm gonna attempt to go from part to part in the game and voice it myself for your listening pleasure. And now I'm wondering how it will go. I am gonna do my best. So let's start us up this puppy. Let's also put the ambience off.
Discover a world of magic and steam technology.
Okay, I need to put that on.
Alternate London, where mythical creatures coexist with humans.
Ah, fudge. God damn it. I wanted to show the intro thing. God damn it. Okay, attempt 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Discover a world of magic and steam technology. An alternate London where mythical creatures coexist with humans. Explore the city's East End and get to know its inhabitants. There are powerful figures here with enough wealth and station to bend the city to their will. But be careful. The Docklands aren't for the faint of heart.
This game is, how does one say it? Well, I think the intro already introduced itself quite often good. But you're in a steampunk city, London, with, how does one say? to put the audio a little bit lower. But with mythical creatures. Steampunk London with mythical creatures. I still think it's too loud. Okay, that is a lot better. Atticus Alley, Chapter 1, Beggar's Lane. Follow Atticus Delay as he explores the seedy underbelly of London's East Docklands in search of his mother, a reason for living, and his next fix. This is the one you start with, a Minotaur. With a top hat. What you think about that? That's one amazing top hat. Archetype selection. Atticus is a prisoner to the voices in his mind, giving his vice, surrendering to base urges, or being forced into reflect on life goes wrong. Which voice speaks loudest? Animal instinct, blaming his frenzy tempers on his Minotaur blood. He embraces, intimidates, and combats, swearing he has sorry. Has a handle on his vice. Starting attributes: animal instinct +8. Spryness +5, wit +2. Arcane Major Chariot, trait intimidating. You can assert yourself without lifting a finger. And the chariots, no, we cannot even see what is that. Spryness, and as a magical, he trained in escape tricks and sleight of hand. He is a light-footed and nimble for a Minotaur. The Star. The Charlatan, stealth and dedicate second nature as you fool the world of London with your cunning and subterfuge. Wit. Rational suits the world and unforgiving. He meets the challenges with a silver tongue and understands basic machinery. The Hermits. You're well suited to coming up with solutions on your own. Self-disciplined. You grew up a crowded orphanage using illusionary magic to disguise himself as a human. He moderates his urges to keep a cool head. You trained in magic to make others see what isn't there. Okay. Illusion magic is quite fun, actually, if you ask me. Which self-discipline favors resistance over vice. In a world of fiercely tempers, cool heads prevail, wailing away on the troublesome ne'er-do-wells of London may blind you to the peaceful path. Wit, which relies on facts and cerebral laborers to make sense of the world. Tap into your intelligence and learn from your past experience. An informed mind sheds the light on London's troubled surface. Spryness is a favorite of sizing up the situation first. Be wary of rushing before you know of the people's intentions, leveraging street smarts for lockpicking, stealth, and deception. Now let's go with the illusionary thing. Sounds like fun. Man is at least himself when he talks his own person. Give a dark shape looms over you. Against the gutter lamps, the black shadow forms, hovers, unsteadily like a cutout in a magic lantern. You can be sure whether it's a real living thing or not a grim manifestation from your week-long bender, which at first blush you appear to have survived, or is it the face of death coming to claim you? In any case, the spectre seems to be in no hurry to move along. Painful memories prick your gin-addled brain. Now you recall why you're here. You choose this alleyway in London's East End to drown the last of your days in drink. Well, if this apparition isn't the angel of death, then even at suicide you have failed. Damn. That went quite dark in a heartbeat chat. And by the way, I wouldn't be only doing this after this when I noticed I cannot go no more, then I will do something else. Because I got a feeling this is gonna be quite hard for me because lots of reading, I'm heavy dyslexic, and also a lot of yapping. A old crone. Atticus has coming, wake up. Get out of my head, you old crone. My stranger, Atticus delay. With nothing but a dark silhouette from a face. No, it's a mask. Self-reflection. His voice is cold and mechanical, like the hinge of a heavy iron door, concealing his identity, no doubt. Self-discipline. Try to speak. 5 of Cups. This game works with, instead of dice, they work with cards. Self-discipline. Who are you? Sprightness. Instead of responding, he proffers me a tin stippled flask. A small kindness. Shall we take it or shall we wave it off? You know what? We are one who likes to drink a little bit. And it is even wrong to hand off, to not take a gift. It's very rude. I've been hoping for an hair of the dog, but alas, it's only the chronicle bite of London's tap water. Hope plus 10. Better than a parched mouth, and at least a bit revoactive? Word I cannot pronounce. Stowing the flask, the stranger leans back into the dim light of the gas lamp. I can finally see his features in full. He wears a brass-buttoned traveling waistcoat, completed with a scarlet hood and a mask of an ornate gold panels. It glitters in the gaslights, delicately crafted. Finery like I've never seen. aka finery as in fucking fancy clothing. On your feet now, you sorry sight. Dizzy from your head brush, it's hard to keep your balance. Who are you? Let's go straight to the point. Who are you? And what do you want with me? A friend in need of your service. A friend, but a man of his station, so deep in the docklands, spells trouble. Misery, acquaintance, a man with strange bedfellows. I need a moment to get my bearings. Fair enough, but I'll be watching. The strange pulls his back, his waistcoat, showing off a gilded flintlock pistol. Oh man. Chachi has a clock. And instincts. Over the years, many Mingabag have come to collect. His Barney Neff is no different. Unstable or merely unwell. So many outstanding debts, and you forgo a second chance. Is all catching up to you. Up to me? Nah, let's do this. Wary or worse, no matter, let it be. Tonight, then. Temperament. Temperament is a perception of your character's mental states. Progress from desperate, very confident, optimistic to hopeful. You can change the character's temperaments. Certain dialogue choices are only available for those who tempered a score. Come now, surely things aren't so dire. Even in this case it's a cold crown. Come now, surely things aren't so dire. Self-discipline. It's up to me, seeing every impulse and outcome, snuffing out the pleasure of life, should I desire. Humus. As you play, you accumulate humus. When a humor bar is filled, the associate tribute will increase by 1. Each humor is related to aspect of your being and will increase the more you indulge or experience part of you. Okay, that's good to know. My self-discipline is 18 and my wit is 15, so they're both quite good. What I need to peace and quiet and focus on pleasure in such a state. A formal was in that. What I need is a peace and quiet, a place to clear my mind.
Not sure if it's peaceful or quiet, but behind that padlocked door you might at least escape the stranger.
So, looks like we're starting. Ah. Areas of interest. Explore the world around you to discover helpful items on your journey. East London hides many secrets. Press and hold the highlight spot button, tap by default, to highlight areas of interest. Liquor bottles. Geneva vodka and a dry gin bottle strew a broken and empty. As a remnant of a day drowning soul. Feels like ages ago. What's left? What's left of mustache? Your inner voices are at odds. When you choose one over another, this changes the balance of your humor over time. The voices become stronger. What's left of mustache? Okay, I like the chances. Chat. The likelihood of checking to get this one is nice. 69, baby. Let's try it. Minor tarots. To make a skill check, you draw a card from one of your 4 minor arcane decks. Each deck contains a card number from 1, the ace, to 14, the king, and also contain the worlds which will always succeed in skill check, the fool which always fails, and reshuffle the deck. Three of Wands. Nothing here but empties. That is a shame. The Unloaded London News, this week's edition. A fleet of footed journalists take on the East End, underground and undercover the hard-boiled scoop of the Corton's killer, who really is behind the murder, and what is Scotland Yard still hiding from the public. Read on, for the glory digital story will boil your blood. Important news. You know what? Why not? Hazards of the job, I suspect. But it's a shame no one deserves to die like that. Maybe not, but they knew the risk. The East End, an unforgiving place. I am not sure they had so much of a choice either. Choice in their vocation. You know what, let's go with animal. There's always a choice. And I made my share of bad ones. Even so, I turned out just fine. Perhaps I got lucky, or somebody's watching over me. Bollocks! Nobody's done me any favors. Why should I go my way to help these women?
I'm no police specialist, but I'll see what I can find.
Cane sword. Cane sword. An evening cane concealed a steel blade with a cherry wood sheath. Below the brass figurehead is a band of crushed velvet. Velvet is an zero wrinkled with the battle scarred with the well-worn handle. And suitable for an aristocratic circle. Ah, of course we're gonna take the cane of us. I should really need to keep better track of my belongings, even in a gin bender. So, not only do we have a lovely top hat, we also got now a matching cane for the top hat. There's also a blade. Quite dappery. Let's see what's up there. Because I see a jigamabob. A shattered wooden basket made of hazelnut cutting willow branches, weaving around the bottom for support. Might belong to someone in the tenements. Building divided into individual flats. Poor part of the city.
I can smell the rotting fish from here. Several days past its prime.
Let's have a look. White strips of flesh swimming in a pool of decomposing kippered herring. %, that is doable. A 6 of cups, we did it. The arak smell brings tears to your eyes, but somehow my stomach doesn't empty itself out. They're true. Yeah, 10 of cups. All the cups. In for a penny, in for a pound. Tossing the concealed skin onto the street, I land onto something round and flat, with a milled edge and not just one.
A couple of coins and a spoiled herring.
Ooh. I should probably bathe at the earliest opportunity. Maybe you shall. Let's also save this just in case. Just in case, because if we die or anything, I at least won't have something to get back to. Padlock, a heavy door that's blocking my escape from the stranger. It has an oxidizal chain and padlock over its hasp. Should be a soft job, as so long as the lock isn't rust through. I will be coming back later. Ah, some jiggamabobs on the ground. Mechanical odds and ends shimmer in the gaslight. Worth a little tin if you deal. To an engine man. An engineer. Of course we're gonna. Might prove useful. Of course we're gonna take it, because why the fuck not? Chicken bulbs on the grounds? Oh, that looks like an... That looks like a very scary gate. Military grades reinforced with barbed wire. The sign reads Werewolves Container Zone in luminescent paint. Electric bolts arc between the fences post. The smoky ozone scent floods your nostrils. The moon won't be full for another 2 nights. It might be safer inside instead of the whine of the stranger in his brocade waistcoats. Way or worse, bugger is a rudely fence. It's not just a pile of cans of wine. That will be. Well, let's have a look. Just look. Knight of Wands! Yes, all the wands. Silk wrapped cable running into the switch box. It must be power source. I'm no engineer, but I might be able to power down the fence from that switch box to my left. Good to know that there's an option, even though I don't think we're gonna take that one yet. Damn, this game says fast. Some vagrants. 3 ruthless souls attacking their ease in the heat of the steam vents. One of a few free comforts to be handed to had in old London town. This one is a picket drifter around the city so much it's hard not to know him. Might not remember me though. Baldrum! Dash, that landlord, bloody meat eater, refusing to fix the heat in my abode. The mutant, the mutton hunters cast me out on the bricks like a flicker at the end of a sleeve. The unfortunate companion muddles the warmth of the tattered garments, splashing with ale stains. These men are dusty, perpetual so. Not that I miss them old quarters, no. With the endless boiler bowl troubles. Twats not much wonder they're dead out there. Looks like he looks at me asking reader, is mood still taunting? Oi, horns, if you're not handing out hot meals, bugger off. Talking takes thinking, and ain't got a lot though, that to spare. Kate didn't notice. Goddamn hillbillies. Missing poster. Julia and Bertetta O'Brien orphans missing from the Sacred Heart orphanage, a small reward furnishing upon any information leading to their safe return. Please, have a heart. Our poor children, the Sisters of the Sacred Heart 32, Cherry Wine Lane, East End, London, Elms accepts. Self-reflection, I remember this place.
And what it's got to do with me now?
When tragedy strikes, the ripples are far-reaching. And brother and sister gone missing from where I was brought up. Being orphaned myself, should I be the one to investigate? There are unsettled spirits in the docklands. And like it or not, I play a part in that pageantry. Hopefully not as some marionette with strings to pull from their amusements. Then I should leave no cobble unturned. Something's not right here, and orphans and doglines need all the help they can get. And we took another quest, I see. Out of some cogs. Spare parts of machine glittering from the gaslight lamp. Handy and small repair worth a few bobs to an engineer. Let's see what this is. Last night, hard to recall. Body aching suggests they threw me out around closing time. Well, let's give that old lock and jigamabob of a try, shall we? Hands are a bit shaky, but let's have a go. Success! I listen to the driving pins click into place along the shear line, whereupon the plug turns, freeing the hinges. I just set the lock aside, and perhaps the city engineer will come along to put it back on again. I wonder if there's a passage goes. Away from the stranger is enough for me. Why is it doing this to me? You're giving me so goddamn much options. Some wayward cartwrights abandoned the wagon here, beyond tenements and dead ends. He's got me helmed in. It's the witching hour, so of course the trains aren't running. No escape from the stranger this way. Yeah, but we want to run from the stranger because if he wanted to get unalivals, he would have done so while I was still on the ground and unweaponed. He even could have done it with my own weapon. The stranger stands with a loose grip on his flintlock. Right then, you Rudy sides. Let's get going. We'll need a battle. Need to betting on a full wicket. No, not a chance. With my status, I should get the best of him. +1 blood and +10 hope. Still, it's a question of speed and dexterity. I take a big swing at him, but he dodges deftly. Even so, I make a pass at his handgun. But he swats away at me like a child. You can't shake me off, I'm not the one of your dads. A soldier cold and steely gaze. He must have been seen combats. Scores of bodies like I can't imagine. I like the animation. It's Erectus curse, the blood in hardly pumping in my veins as I fight leaves my body. Fine then, I'll go along willingly, but if I am to meet my ends, please spare me the pain of it. I am glad we have understanding each other. Where are you taking me? Ooh, 5 of wands. Somewhere you'll be more comfortable. I'd rather not suffer any more than I have to, but at some point you'll tell me what you're planning. There's no time for dawdling. Balance. He hasn't any conscience. It seems like London's left you behind, humor me, for evening otherwise. I'd delve the bounty on your head and I won't waste any time. Okay, I'm not gonna read that. At a gracious for a second, every step is a hammer and a nail to your psychic messenger. Reckless pace only makes the matter worse. His arms are like a vice grip, dragging you down a miasma of twisted alley until your last string of paper lanterns appear. Busy as you can see the cherry in her left hand. With the wave of urgency, the memory washes your fear away. You might be the only place you could convince you to keep on living, even if you just the night. The gas mantle above the door fills your with fondness, cleaning the rest of your mind. Gouging hangover, you arrive at the Red Lotus. Then, the only place you ever felt at home. No need to be pulled along now. You go inside willingly. Honey, I'm home. Happy now. Body aching, embarrassment, nausea. From physical standpoints, I'm barely holding together. Allow me to rephrase. Have you ever been happy?
I can't say I have, but I've gotten close to it here.
Withdrawals, they can muddle overhead and make us weak. Don't worry, you'll feel better soon. Task update to the Master Ender. Cause, even to be honest, I have a feeling this stranger is somewhat the best of us. The best for us. Changing area. Towels and bathrobes. Disarray in cubicles. Away from prying eyes, a fine place to change of appearance. Let's see what's to do. Cast your illusion. Oh. Ace of Cups. Nah. Self-discipline. Slightly form the fire hearing from the either smell from the air and taste from the water touched down on the earth another form. Let's play it safe this time being. No need for any confrontation. Now look like something else. Major Arcane. You have unlocked Major Arcane cards. There are 20 from the Major Arcane to unlock. Each Major Arcane card is unlocked only by a specific player character. Cards of Major Arcane unlock specific personality traits. Once unlocked, you will be able to select dialogue options which require that trait. You can see which major tarot cards have been founded in the tarot panel. The High Priest. The character has gained the illusionist trait and now be able to select dialogue option require that trait. Okay. I got a fish. Look at me. Oh, hello. Street lamp glare, a gutting, grease lamp ping through the glass. I'll hurt my eyes if I keep staring at this. Makes sense. Maybe we bathe? A steaming bath awaits your tired bones. Would you be good to get cleaned up? Well, but this was a moment ago that we were digging in trash, so maybe some bath will be do us good. Splash, splash, and taking a bath. Ba-da-da-dum. How about no smelling like a vomit and cane rats? We shouldn't offend the ladies. It's a top hat. A brass-littered mahogany bar lines with candles casting eerie shadows on the centaur behind it.
The glowing scent of manger. I'm not surprised, but it have to be a centaur.
Some centaurs have been kind to me. I won't pass judgment until proven me wrong. Indeed, well, let's be a good person. Understand, chat. Oh. One moment. Very small break. Very small. And I am back. Sorry. Had to do that. Some centaurs have been kind to me. I won't pass judgment until be proven wrong. How about Mr. Browncoat? He's rather unique. Hey, Bixley, Bimbly Browncoat, the owner of here at the Lotus. Most nights he waiting at the bar, as I hope he hasn't taken ill. Fortune favors the bold. Let's get this over with. The centaur leans his misshapen chin and shelf of cigarettes jutting from a jangle of bad teeth.
Didn't see you coming in. How can I help?
Enters to the entrance to the Lotus Place. I have to check the list. Now, where did Bixby say it was? Oh. Outrott's Mr. Browncoat surely come to see what fuss is about. He was wearing a long face. Is that a centaur joke? Contents a golden pocket watch and an lavender-tint pince nez on his equitan nose. A pair of eyeglasses with the nose eclipse instead of the earpiece. Ah, alright. Despite his careful presence, the turbulence of his life lived in the mirage show on his face. Now here's Atticus. He's happy I've arrived in human form, although he knows it takes a lot of energy. Glad to see you, Bixby. And you as well, Atticus. I'm glad to see you here brought us a brand new customer. Now then, paradise awaits beyond the curtains. Grimsby ushers you through the door and leads the way down the back stairs and strange on your heels like a stubborn shadow. The Red Lotus is draped in haze of pale smoke, dotted with flickering candles, and incense glowing like cinders in the night. The smell of burning opium is dark and enriching, like a bath of floral biscuits with a sharp afterbite. A pale red glow from Chinese lanterns paint the space in petrol twilights. It's easy to lose track of time with these balls whiling away the days of blistering waking dreams.
What's that gear clanking racket?
A jet of steam cuts through the quiet of the den. What a curious machine. What a curious machine. What's automaton doing here? This is not as if it can partake. If the Beartars are welcome, then why not a tin wheelies? Sorry there, didn't mean to startle you. Off it goes, heading for the private section. Task updated, the strange my stranger. And where did my stranger get off to? A sleeping puppyhead is draped over a mattress in the corner, drooling idly onto its shirt. Fancy that an erratic wallet is poking up from his corner of his slacks. It yearns to be free. His wrist is right over it. Throw this be risky. Nah. Oh, am I a betting man? Fuck it, we go with it. Easy, easy, and brush off his wrists. The way he does is raise his hand slightly through brushing away a fly. Not bad at all. Why did you think this be difficult? It would take a London Bridge falling to wake him up. Ooh! I had not thought a midnight oil had undone so many. Incense pot sticks of a heady incense wafer in the air, always burning no matter the flow of the custom. Alright. I'm walking like a swagger. The floor pit has benches with tuffled upholstery and pillows costing a halfpenny an hour. It's so late that most of the patrons have gone to sleep just before the sun up. It will only time the Red Lotus is empty. Two workmen, blissfully free of the waking worlds, as well their meaningless existence, and when they wake up, I should hope they be refreshed. Bookshelf. A sturdy yet musty old bookshelf. The spines show such titles as Arcane Magic on the Eastern Edge of Ruin, Opium Through the Ages, and Parlor Games, Love in the Dream Time. Evening, stranger. The dwarf has a warm and amiable look with a set of crystal blue eyes, sharply intelligent, and a red mustache that is so full it should crawl off his face and build a cocoon. His beard is elegantly braided in a common style, a finger, the brass ring in my own goatee, which is of course is stringy by comparison. How ya do? Just fine. Some kind of inventor, are you? Name's Theodore, Redraven, Brotherhood of Bonfins, but call me Teddy. Most people do. Boffin. Oh yes, the Royal Society funds all kinds of industrial research nowadays. There's a brotherhood of every branch of science, but I am with the DA, Division of Automatons. Your automaton has it got a name? There, this here is Otto. Perfectly friendly. He is a little odd. Silly giving a name to a machine, you ask me. Stands to reason through who among us is the little odd. Sturdy. Struth. If I've heard it, what can I call ya, sir? Atticus delay. Teddy pats his automaton with his fat paw. Mr. Delay, from the both of us, it's a pleasure. Otto's gonna need some tweaks before the brawls, but we have fit as a fiddle then. Otto's a brawler, eh? So far only watched from sidelines, but someday he'll be fighting with the other battle traps. No emotion from the automaton, of course, but one can't help but wonder if it feels about his own. See, I'm a hunter of fell beasts and monsters. After the Velvor fights, those outlaws' rashes are all tether-dimensional. Much easier to take from a bounty. Only 3 days here. The moon is full-bellied. Better have him good-minded to who you're betting on. That's quite an occupation. Must never been a dull moment. That's true. I just knew you were a man of culture. And that on top of having such a kind of stature, I look for it in a cove, eager to be on my docket while partaking in pit fights. Cove. Ah, mine. Oh. Ah! Hello, princess with a sniper. I do appreciate the look. And I also think you will find this one more interesting than most of my work because it's putting my voice acting to the line, so to say. Even more evil is my reading skills, so that is a little bit off, but like I said in my intro, I'm heavy dyslexic. Oh, I need to take a very short break. Because I need to do my duty as a supporting lurker to lurk at someone else as well. So very short break. Very short one. And I'm back. Where was I? Ah, not that. A fetching offer, too, I don't want to commit just yet. Besides, the stranger wouldn't want me to be led astray by such endeavors. He strikes me as a kind of fellow who'd cross oceans and deserts while giving chase to his quarry. Wait a moment, if I had a little scrap to sell, would you be interested? I ain't sure these cogs are worthy of a bit of sterling. British pound of official currency. I'm ready to make a deal on these cogs. 2 cogs removed from your inventory. 6 as added to your inventory. Woo! Pleasure doing business, eh? Take care, Toddy. Another gentleman customer on a journey to the land of Nod. Another chicken asking to get plucked. Perhaps I have a rifle through his pockets. Yeah. Me being a little cheeky fuck. Yeah! Success. The word! And the fingers go awaking. He shivers in his slumber and half turns over a close thing. But that's what makes it thrilling. What makes it thrilling? About 5 slings. Slings? I fished out of his billfolds. Not bad. A minute's work. Free money is free money. Tap tap. Okay, now let's see what our military man wants. Latin wooden screens and a high-backed seating provides some comfort and privacy from those that I can afford it. The booths are made for luxurious calf leather. Calf leather? My poor brothers and sisters' skins for creatures' comfort? The leather is well oiled and plunged with dimpled riveting delicate china, and exclusive menus of the dense offerings are available for those of a more discerning taste. Seems I'm in for a treat on accounting of the stranger's pocketbook, a fat ass Christmas goose. Let's show a little restraint. Surely he didn't bring me here for the elected conversation and pleasure of my company. Better to be my guard. Better here than in the alley. Yeah, I'm agreeing with number 3 because he had quite a chance at the beginning. He could have already killed me and collected the bounty, but he didn't. I guess I should hear him out. It's worth seeing what he's after.
It's worthy seeing what he is up to.
Infuriating, but I can't keep the crown from intruding. Nevertheless, the stranger is waiting on me. Let's get on with this. The menu is embossed with an array of all morphines, liquids and powders, powdered cocaines, and all manners of midnight oils. Teddy's scenes are in... Oh. Teddy seems an interesting chap, and Automaton is quite something, isn't it?
Bugger the small talk. Why did you bring me here?
We've got plenty of time for exemplations. Why don't we start with a sample of some of the den's wares?
No, we're talking perhaps. This fellow is not as health, but after all.
With so many dear poisonous variants, it's hard to decide which will hit the spots. With so many deer poisoning, it should be hard to decide which hits the spots. I must say, I'm impressed with your discretion. I would have thought just any fix would do. Thanks, I suppose. Thanks. I suppose, but I know it's not from the kindness of your hearts. We'll see if you sing the same tune when it's said and done. Now then, while you think about the entree, I'll prepare the appetizer. He takes a small tablet out of his shirt sleeve, cracks it in half, and drops it on my teacup. The other half goes into his own. You can't expect me to drink that. Half and half, an equal dose. It would kill us both, now wouldn't I? Well then, cheers to not killing anyone. The drug tea restores my spirits instantly. It took me ages to perfect this remedy. With this new blend that's ghastly, teeth-snashing anxiety gone, leaving just the euphoria. Whatever that word is. It seems this stranger is no stranger to drugs. The pains of my withdrawal are all but ascent now. And for the main course, how about white wind election? You must be fond of that one.
His light-hearted confession seems like affront. I get feelings he knows you better than he's letting on.
Indeed, old crone in my mind. Any sort of physical barrier is unuseless. The bothersome hag won't leave me be. And here I am facing to face with a telepath. Enough of this facade. Not only did you pick my local place, but you pretend to suggest my favorite blend like it was a lucky guess. I know a little something about you. It's true, but it's part and parcel to my profession. I keep tabs on people who queen my interests. What is your profession exactly? Let's say I look after His Majesty's interest with great vigor when they align with my own. At first, his cryptic speech has alluring, but now it's plain and annoying.
How have you been tracking me?
It wasn't all that difficult, you only have a few horns. On with it then. You tried my patience long enough. Very well, I already know of your life as an roughneck and a pet-handling mage. But what about before that? What about the Sacred Heart? Be honest. It was where I grew up before I looted the nuns' coffers and took the streets. I gathered as much. What I'm not sure about is your parents. All I really have are guesses. Wheel of Fortune! This chapter gained the retrospective trait and will now be able to select dialogue options that require this trait. The ways of which mechanical fates can predict, but the keen eye may offer much. My mother likely gave me up to because she couldn't pay my keep. And I suppose my father either died or walked out on us. Give me one short moment. Sorry, I got a gift from someone. So the sister never told you anything about your parents? Oh, I can't say for sure, but it's too bloody unpleasant to think about. If the memory is there, we can call it back gently. This fellow lost his mind. Something occurred at the Sacred Heart that you've forgotten. With the help of opium dreams, we might recall the details that will lead to your mother. Leads me to her gravesite. You mean what would that accomplish? On the contrary, I believe she's alive. Her name came up on a ledger at Penthall House. I've seen my share of swindlers, but this takes the cake. Cake. Just humor me for a moment. Matilda is of course a given name, but how about a family name? I don't think the sisters at the orphanage ever told me what it was. But if you could recall Matilda's family name and it's on record at the orphanage matches the ledger at Bensall House, you could prove her identity at the hospital and by claiming kinship set her free. That means digging up memories of the Sacred Heart. Not exactly how I thought the night would unfold. Even if you once describe this possibility, why should I want to find her? That's up to your discretion, of course, and I cannot share my own motivation for the truth. He's dreadfully Aquarian, isn't he? I cannot even pronounce that fucking word. I cannot force your hand, but unless you can take back of those troubling times, then we won't be worthy more than the price on your head. And bounty, I'm assuming you'd be happy to collect. That's right, albeit less desirable. It's another way to ensure that I won't have wasted my time. Yes. He's offering me a chance to live, but only if I can draw up those memories. So what would it be? The dream dose and the voyage between the banks of memories, or the death dose and the end of all your days? Take the dream dose. Don't have much of them. Ah, yeah, I got my money. Take the dream dose. Taking drugs. You take the stranger's offer, eager to lose touch with harsh reality and to the chance to recall everything that would lead to your mother's whereabouts. Shortly after drifting away from consciousness, you find yourself being enveloped by miasma of repressed memories. The stranger reacts, inquiries, reminding you of growing up in the Sacred Heart orphanage. Auntie Emma's warm embrace suddenly morphs into a chilly restraint as remembrance of dooryards scuffles with Belcoir's orphanage resurface. It's as if life refuses to allow you to seek refuge from tangible hardships, no matter how potent your drugs of choice for escapism is. This place is surely a dream, but it's all too familiar.
You must find out what the stranger is seeking in your memory.
Leave me alone, you old scrum! You cheeky fuck. Ooh.
The open arms of an angel were purely symbolical. I never had a home in this dreadful place.
I had to grow a thick skin in my younger years, even if it made me more socially impenetrable. The courtyard is nothing but hard-packed sand, scruffy grass. Helios watches over the children at play. By this time you were big enough to give a good as you got. And the ones who wouldn't fight you insulted you with abandonment. As the others adapt, I became more insulated. I often thought of running away. Understandable. Atticus, you've been 12 years old in a week's time. There's something I need to tell you. What's the difference? I'm getting out of here as soon as I can. No, Atticus, let's hear what she has to say.
It's about your mother. I should have told you sooner, but I didn't know how. I'm sorry, Atticus. I wish I'd been more brave.
At least you're telling me now, before I quit this place.
The day you arrived, there was a ring wrapped up in your blankets. You're old enough to have it now, and your mother left this too. Helios handed me an old piece of parchment, a note from my mother.
Can you make out what it says? No. Wait, is that the one I must... Oh, yeah. This one is? No. There's no message and can produce the memory. The truth will come in time. I'm sorry I kept this from you for so long. Did she ever come back for me? She came back half a year later, and instead that you were her child, she mentions the note and knew the date we found you on the steps. But why didn't I go with her? Hush. Hush, Leos is coming to that. As your mother signed in at the register, a horse and buggy drew up outside, and there was a terrible shout as someone bowled over the sister at the door. When his fellow burst in, your mother went stiff as a corpse. Couldn't it be my father? I don't know who he was, but he struck a panic in my heart. There was a malice in his every step, a twitching, insidious man. He took your mother and she never returned. Get me out of this nightmare! White Wind's election is never like this. Perhaps you were too young to hear the tale. Hearing this from Helios hardened me at the time, but it still didn't change the fact that I couldn't stand the sacred hearts. After I fled the orphanage, I did search for my mother until I decided there was nothing I could do. Perhaps not then, but this is now. Ouchie. That's quite sad. Oh. I forgot to click this. And the path leads on. Sister Helios. Alright then. Talk about. The bits of colors chalk were the most sought after. Too bad they were so often wasted on crude drawings. The red crayon is my favorite one, yes. I see you've recovered from your latest round of fisticuffs. Anything to say for yourself? Getting stronger all the time. My height is getting coarse, thickening. There are many ways to be stronger, dear boy. It's time you learned what your bloodline is capable of. Must be another ploy to get me to stay, but I'll be 13 in a few months. And then I'm running off for good. Being singled out as a minotaur always having insulted thrown at you. It's terrible. The bright spot is that you have the gift of magic, and you can develop your talents if you study the tarot. She fans out a colorful cards. They seem to buzz with an eerie electricity. Look closely. This card is magical, a symbol of a new beginning. One arm to the heavens, the other towards the earth. He is a conduit between the spiritual and material realms. The magician. The magician transmuted potential energy from its ethereal state into presentable forms. I can't say I'm buying it, but I'm listening. That's the spirit minotaurs are magical creatures, and like this magician, you are a conduit. I committed the spell to memory long ago. I'll share it with you, but only with your promise of wholehearted trust. Okay, Helios, I know you wouldn't lead me astray. I trust you. And I trust you. Atticus, because of my superior should learn of this, I never wear the habit again. Now this is a cantrip. You must speak it over and over until it's written across your mind. It bolts letters. Her voice drops into a strange low whisper. Sight from the fire, hearing from the ether, smell from the air, and taste from the water, touch down to the earth, another form. Aristocratic befined 5 senses: sight, smell, touch, taste, and hearing, corresponding to the elements of fire, air, water, earth, and ether. I think I understand, except for a bit about the ether. The ether is an energy propelling each heartbeat, the same material in the soul and in the consciousness of all blooded creatures. Those with proper training can channel ether into earthly spheres. Terrain lies to power of the cantrip, the ability to transmutate energy into matter. Ether is tied to hearing, so first you must learn to listen. You must hear the wind and the wiles of the heavens. I see the night is getting on. What about the rest? Try to remember. 7 of Wands! Yeah, baby. I held my hands over the tarot card and away sat quietly until I hear a voice like an owl mirror, as if the words were backwards. Then I felt my lips moving, and when I opened my eyes, we were breathing the words of the cantrip in unison. The memory cuts to the quick, but at least it's still intact. Well done, moving on right along. Ah. And we're gonna have a little bathroom slash drink break. Because yes. Yes. Break time. And the little outbreak is over. Well done, moving on right along. Is it time to wake up? I dare say I'm ready for this to be over. Ah, church thingies. Teddy bear. A teddy bear with a missing eye and matted mohair. Mohair fur is stuffing the pitfall of a rough life in the orphanage, just like the rest of us. Wait, I did not see the thing. Food locker. This was my bed right next to the Cinder and her. In the food locker I kept a few trinkets.
Worthless, the lot of them.
These purple darlings brighten up the dreary place, picked fresh from the schoolyard by Leon. When midnight strikes, I'll be 13 years of age. Father Franco keeps the orphans' funds in the private office. That's my ticket out of here. Let's be... Nah, looks like I'm not being sneaky. Right then, nothing to it.
Right, nothing to it.
What you up for? If you're looking for a nun's candy stash, You can forget it, I already checked. Say, Cinder, isn't the old Franco due to give you a thrashing in the morning? I don't. What? You ruined this Venice, remember, shouldn't you be? For spilling ink all over the supplants the other day. Oh, will he be mad? You ruined his ventments, remember? Shouldn't be so clumsy. You saw that? I am so tired from scrubbing flagstone. You must be some kind of phantom or dreams. I'm going back to sleep. Little blighters fast asleep. There's enough here to get me started on my own. Pay dirty. I'll put hundreds leagues between me and the Sacred Hearts. What was that? Sounded like it came from the hallway. The house is roused. I'd better make my exit. Someone's coming. My only way on this through is the window. 20-foot drop from the second story, but I'd rather twist my ankle than a date with the willow switch. What was that one? Sprying. Sprying or wits? Someone's coming. My only way out is through the window. That's the voice of the corridor, then a pale shape that emerged from the shadow. Stealing this money, it would hurt the Sacred Heart. We fell behind, we skipped over holidays and knitted clothing for the children. This memory has been twisted by the guilt you felt from it, taking a new shape to prevent this sort of behavior again. Who cares? It was ages ago, and I'll behave however I damn well please. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Helios, but I have no other choice. There's always a choice, my child, and there's still a way to make it right. Normally I'd say that drifting into a deep sleep would be a merciful release from relieving such a memory. Yet something compels me to push on, to be put through the ringer, to face the greatest of foes, myself. When I was young, though, that money was the most important thing in life. Now that I'm old, I know it is. Claire Reed, Chapter 2. Lord Sailor's airship. Ah. Navigating London as a sharp and chevy, Courtier Claire Reed, before new crimes and the mark of her past catching up to her and tear her life apart. Okay, we need to also give him personality. Inquisitive. She honed her sharp inquisitive from a young age, and one can relay a hope to survive or thrive in dangerous situations if they haven't learned to listen to her guts. Grace, quick on your feet, quick in her hands, and quick on life. These other tools are both disarmed most conflicts and left Claire with enough pep and fervent to want to keep moving forwards. Intellectual tacts. Your spirit is into unpermitting action as soon as die in casts. Your knowledge of spans a wide range of subjects, making you critical thinking unmatched. He's being an illusionist, so what's gonna make her? I think we're going for Grace. Revolutionary feats of engineering and shameless displays of wealth, a common sight in the London, yet rarely does one come across that which combines technology prowess and financial abundance. Enters Ceylon's airship. Its gilded frame, its sheer size literally and figuratively casting a deep shadow over the city's slums and wealthy districts. Shafts of sunlight flicker through the windows that wrap around each of the airship's rooms, bathing them, their occupants, in a warm glow. Pipes polishing wooden floors rumble to the spinning of the airship propellers. You feel like you're standing within the slice of the future. We will do this part and then, because I don't think we can save. We can add some fudge. Inquisitive. Morning already. Can't stay here forever. I still have so much to do before I leave London. Good thing Silas already delivered my payments. He was up before me. I wonder if he's still aboard the airship. Take in the atmosphere. 5 coins. Yeah. A gentle hiss of steam and the churning of metal gears. Silas is in the office, tinkering with some task or another. Yes, the last night was no bed of roses, but it wasn't all bad. At least, once I've quit London, I wouldn't have to entertain Silas anymore. Is that your sweet thing? Up and last, are we? Ugh. Better get going. Too busy to lay a bed. And this is... I'm gonna save here. Let's save here again. Always to be sure. And I hope you liked it. But here is where we are going off. And let's see if we can go send a little party to someone else, shall we? Let's see who is online to send to. I don't think we can go there. Let's see if someone's even playing this game though. People are talking to me already, it seems. Give me one moment. Let's see who we can find. Hush, team, hush. I'm literally the only one. Well, I have to say it is an old game, so it makes sense. Whoops. Oh damn, I love this song. Yeah, let's see if it's, yeah, yes. Yes, indeed, shall we? He is a quite evil, interesting chap. But before I go, I hope you have fun. And until next time, we're going one day doing part 2 to see where this mistress is going on this quite interesting adventure. Now don't miss me too much. Toodaloo. And until next time.